Students, we are going to see illustration number 9. Just have a look. Following is the balance sheet of A and B, who share profits in the ratio of 3:2. So A and B are the old partners and this is their profit sharing ratio. Then we have the balance sheet, creditors, capitals, plant and machinery, furniture, stock, debtors and cash in hand. Now here in this illustration you will learn how to prepare the new balance sheet. Now have a look at the adjustments. Like in final accounts, the adjustments are posted twice. Here in partnership also we'll post the adjustments twice. Have a look. C is to bring in rupees 50,000 as capital for 1/6 share. So he's bringing extra cash 15,000. Generally, where do we show it? In partners capital account, in C's capital account. In the credit side we write by bank account and we show this 15,000 there. Second time, when you prepare the new balance sheet, the cash in hand which already we have, will add this amount there. Just have a look here. Cash in hand 3,000 plus 15,000. How much is it? 18,000. Now have a look at the next adjustment. The value of stock is reduced by 10%. Stock is an asset. How much is it? 15,000. If we are reducing it by 10% means 1500. Okay. Decrease in the value of assets. So see, in revaluation account once we'll post, to stock account 1500, and second time in the new balance sheet we will deduct this amount, decrease of 10% from the value of stock. That is 15,000 minus 1500, 13,500. You are not learning anything new, dear students. This balance sheet you have already learnt in final accounts in first year. Okay, and have a look. Plant and machinery is appreciated by 10%. Appreciation means revaluation account. Credit side we will be writing 10% on 30,000 will be 3,000. So just have a look in revaluation account. By plant and machinery 3,000. Appreciation should be added. So second time to post this, what we'll do, we'll write plant and machinery 30,000 and we'll add this appreciation 3,000 there. It will become 33,000. Then have a look, what do we have? Furniture is revalued at 9,000. So let us see, after revaluing, it's an increase or decrease in furniture. It is a decrease, dear students. Actually it is 10,000 but we are valuing it for 9,000. Decrease in the value of asset, we write on the debit of revaluation account. See, to furniture 1,000 rupees. And second time from furniture we'll reduce this 1,000 and we'll show the actual value of the furniture 9,000. So wherever we are posting the adjustment amounts, if you see whatever calculation we are getting here in the adjustment, we are posting only that amount. Be very careful with these figures, dear students. Then have a look. Provision for doubtful debts is to be created on sundry debtors 5%. It is an unrecorded liability. So we will calculate 5% on debtors 12,000. If we calculate 5% on 12,000, we are getting 600. Okay, so because we have to, it is an unrecorded liability, we will put it on the revaluation. To provision for doubtful debts 600. Provisions are always deducted from debtors. So debtors will write as it is. Okay, how we are getting all this information? From here. Debtors, how much is given? 12,000. We'll write that 12,000 and deduct the provision which we have created. So this is the second posting of our adjustment. When you deduct 600 from 12,000, you'll get 11,400. So we are done with this adjustment as well. Next, see, investment worth rupees 1,000 and electricity bill outstanding rupees 200 are not mentioned in the balance sheet. Means these are not recorded and we need to record it. Investment is an asset and this expense, outstanding expense, is a liability, electricity bill. So unrecorded asset we write on the credit side of the revaluation account. How much is given in the adjustment? 1,000 rupees. And electricity bills, these are unrecorded liabilities, will record this 200 also. Now investment given in the question, we are not given investment in the question because we have to record it. Even the second posting will be in our balance sheet, investment 1,000 rupees. Likewise, electricity bills which are outstanding 200 will show on the liabilities side. So this is how the second posting of these two entries will be done. Now have a look. A creditor of rupees 100 is not likely to claim his money and is to be written off. Creditors is a liability, and because this 100 is we are not the liability is going, the creditor who is supposed to take this, he is not going to take the money. So for us the liability is decreasing. Decrease in a liability we write in the revaluation account by sundry creditors how much, 100. And second time from creditors we will deduct it. Just see, sundry creditors, actually how much we are supposed to give to the creditors, 20,000. But one of the creditor is not willing to take this 100 rupees. He or she has said that just write it out, forget about it. So our liability has reduced, our obligation to pay this 20,000 has reduced to 19,900. Okay, so this is how we'll be posting all the adjustments. Have a look at the accounts now. After posting, credit side of revaluation you got 4,100, and debit side you got after you add all these there is a difference of 800. Because we got it towards the debit side, it's a profit which will be taken by the old partners in their ratio 3:2. Okay, so the difference upon 3/5 when you do 5 ones are 5 6 are, then you have 3 6 are 18, 480. Okay, so that is how you got this amount 480 here. In the ratio of 3:2, this 800 is divided to both the partners. Now coming to partners capital account, first we write balance B by D, 30,000 and 20,000. We'll copy it from our old balance sheet. After writing that, we'll write the cash. This is the capital amount which C has brought, 15,000. Now revaluation profit, it has to be given to old partners. So 480 and 320 we have written. Now we'll total both the sides. Credit is more, and the same will be copied on the debit side in the name of balance C by D. This capitals we will show in our balance sheet. Balance sheet, I guess you all remember, when we post all the entries, both the sides will automatically tally. Once your balance sheet is tallying, it means your sum is absolutely correct. Okay. So after we copy this balance also, under what heading we are going to put? Partners capital account ABC, 30,480. So this balance C by D amount, that will be the capital amount in the new balance sheet. Okay, means this is the amount of the partners which the company, it is the liability on part of the company to pay the partners. Each are holding this much amount in the organization. Hope this illustration is clear to you all. Thank you for listening, students.